Welcome to the first episode of the Australian Pro Club's podcast. I'm your host Shaz, and with me today is the man, the myth, the legend, Madmann. How you doing, bro?
G'day, lad. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. So this has been a bit of a last-second change because Snips decided to drop out, so Madmann's kind of being a legend.
Busy.
Yeah.
He was too busy arguing with FADI and BOMBO and all that shit.
Yeah. Arguing if FADI,
What is going on with that?
I don't know,
I'd love to get some insight within the rats. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, BOMBO goes on about it all the time, about him not touching grass but
Yeah.
I love you, FADI. No hate on you. You're a legend.
Yeah, look, when the rats... I don't know if the rats are versed Hollywood yet, but that'll be...
Yeah,
That's
no,
gonna be a
we're
good
playing
game.
him on Sunday, actually.
Ah,
So that
okay,
could be
yeah.
interesting.
Snipes first party, let's go.
Yeah, bro. That should be interesting. Anyway, how you doing? Pretty good?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just came off work, I heard Snipes dropped out. I didn't want you to do this alone, so here I am.
Thanks,
you have to hear
COD.
my
Thanks, COD. for
ugly
this,
ass
too.
voice. Yeah. Credit to
Shout
COD
out
for
COD.
mentioning
Yep.
that Mr. Shazaka needs a guest. So here I am. I'm happy to help. It's nice not to be leading for once. It's nice
Yeah,
to be
I know.
the guest, having to sit back and just talk shit about every club. It's gonna be good.
Actually, about that, just in the link will be, your YouTube channel. So
Oh yeah,
hit up Madman. He makes some great Pro Clubs content. But anyway, just quickly start. How's Olympus going so far this season?
You know what? I don't know if it's. I feel like it's where we expected us to be. I don't think we're hitting any amazing heights, but we're not lacking either.
I mean,
Still undefeated alongside
I was going to
Hollywood,
say,
which is nice.
you and Hollywood are the only two teams now
Yeah.
undefeated. You've only
Roughly
conceded
about
4
the-
goals too, so
Yeah,
you haven't conceded much.
you know what? Defense has been killing it. Ecot stinks, but other than him,
Fair enough.
it's been quite good. Kotzi's big brother, goated. Bambi's been surprisingly good. He always wants to hop on. I don't know. He's always jumping in
So,
lobby early.
Bambi not
Sorry,
frauding.
go-
I've
I'm not frauding. Surprisingly, I don't know if it's the last season of EGN or maybe I've just got my bearings right. But I'm finally able to save my knee post shots, Farty. So it's going alright for now. But you know what, Olympus is. We're doing alright, but we're going for premiers. We still want to be coming first, but other than that, not too bad. Not too bad.
you guys are killing it right now. You had last game, I believe you had a pretty big match against Oz Finest. They were pretty much on your tails. I think 1 point behind at that point. You able to get a 1-0 win. Fletch, was it? Who scored that goal?
Honestly, I can't remember who scored, but there's been a couple of those games where, it's nil law for the majority, and then maybe it's a Fletch or a Huncho or just someone able to clutch up in the last minute or two. But overall, it's been good. It's sort of that no die attitude. We always want to win our games, and against those fighters, like you said, they're pushing. So it was nice to get the win and separate us.
They've surprised me a bit actually. How well they've done. They I know they surprised us when we played them. We thought we would be able to get the win against them, but they really shocked us, put us into place a little bit. There's been a couple surprising teams. I'm sure we'll get into that later on. But
definitely, the top 8 is looking very weird.
I know
right
it's
now.
a weird top 8, bro.
Really weird. The first 6 matches, you'd think QO would be pushing the top 2.
Yeah,
all of a sudden they're struggling to make the 8. The Rats will come in fucking 3rd at one stage.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't know what's going on, but falling off a bit. And, it's a lot of things going on right now, but we're only like 1/3 into the season anyway.
I mean, look at if you look at the table, what is it? Not second. 3rd to 9th is separated by 8 points, I think.
Yeah, or even closer, like 5th to 9th is only 5 points. It's legit, nothing. It's one win away.
Yeah, I know. It's absolute. I don't know. These matchups, could be a big difference between a Western Allwood versus Rats. That could
Yeah.
become big. And that's actually another team, West Norwood. That's another surprise team. I thought they'd do a little bit better, to be honest.
Yeah,
They've
Hey,
been a
yo,
bit
bro,
poor.
step up the line, Stan.
Yeah,
He's
Stan.
he's doing well with West Norwood, but they've struggled
Yeah,
recently. I mean,
no.
you look at their form. Besides the last two games, they couldn't win a game. They started strong, then sort of fell off, but now they're starting to come
I
back.
guess they.
Real Genesis too.
Yeah,
They've
I know.
been.
They're killing it, bro. They're
I
killing it.
know. I know a lot of people got beef with Airborne.
Bro,
I
I
don't know.
know
Tough
personally at the Rats
situation, but
too. At the Rats, a couple of
yeah.
them don't like Airborne, but like I was saying to him, I was like you might have beef with him, but like, bro, how he coaches that team is just
Yeah, exactly.
so well structured, and you can see by the results they're getting.
Yeah. Like off the pitch, I don't know what happens. I don't know what the situation is, but on it, they're doing good. So fair play to
Yeah,
them.
no, definitely. Yeah, just quickly also, you guys played us, I think, last week.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was a bit of a
Yeah,
smashing.
I think that's sort of the Rats are doing good at that stage. They were like
Oh,
pushing for second, and that was maybe a reality check. Maybe
we've
I
had
don't
a
know, but
couple so far. We've had a couple. That wasn't the first one. We're being the teams we're supposed to be, but like,
yeah,
but I like we had that 4-0 against you guys. We lost 3-0 to Play Nation, 3-1 to Oz Finest. So those
Mhm.
teams in the top 8 were getting a real reality check of what the level is and what we think we are. So
yeah. Even the 5-3 against the Firm, I think your
oh,
last
that
game.
was yeah. I'll talk about that later, but that
Yeah,
was
but
not
yeah,
great.
against us, you guys did all right, but we expected a little more from the Rats, if I'm
Yeah,
being
no,
honest.
we
Considering where your form was, we expected a
yeah
little bit more. I don't know. I've heard things from COD. COD's been
yeah
giving me insight into the Rats.
the
Some
def-
very weird stuff going
yeah.
on there.
I mean, the defense has been like really shaky, and the attack. Some games look amazing, and other games, look pretty pedestrian. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the definition of average. That's what we've been so far. But I mean, we're trying to push for top 8. Like
Yeah.
the rat. Like, when would you ever think the Rats would push for top 8?
But
I
I
mean,
was going to mention they will come in. The last time it was season 19, I think they tried it, and they were dead last with like a negative 200 goal difference
I
or
mean,
something.
I
But
remember.
it's a big difference from
I
them.
remember that
Big difference.
season. I forget who it was, but someone was going on saying, "Oh, I bet you can't. You'll concede more than 70 goals." I forget who
Yeah,
it
that was
was.
Damo.
Was it Damo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Damo. Good times.
yeah.
Good times. He mentioned
And
you guys would concede 70 by the end of the season. You
I
ended
think it
up
was
conceding
50
70.
more.
Like,
It was 50 more than that. It
yeah,
was like 120
50
or
more.
something. I think
But you hit that
yeah,
negative 70 like halfway throughout the season. So
yeah,
not only was Damo right, but he predicted it pretty dang well.
yeah. I
I don't
know.
know about the Rats last season, but this season they're punching above their weight. They're doing
We
all
we
right.
we got a couple better signings in. Um, what we'll talk.
Well, just one question though,
Yeah,
before maybe you move on. How has COD been? I gotta know.
COD. He there's like I'm gonna be honest. There's some games
Be
where
honest.
I
Roast him.
yeah. There's some games where he might have cost us a game. Like
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
yeah.
No, he mentioned that he passed the ball back to you against the Firm,
No, that
and
was more my fault. That was my
that was your fault.
yeah.
Okay.
That was I don't know what I was doing. I just buckled under the pressure for some. I don't know why. Because usually that hasn't like that's been something I've been trying to improve. Like trying not to buckle, because that was like something I used to do a lot as when I first started, keeper. But yeah,
Mhm.
it was a bit of a shock when I actually did that. What did I do? He passed it back to me, and I fucking did a skill move or something. It was
Yeah, he
I
God's
ball
like
roll. I
stood
tried
there
to
while
ball
you were.
roll
Yeah.
him or some. Oh yeah, it wasn't great.
But in true Rats fashion, you had to honor the history of the
Yeah, I
Rats.
know.
Skilling and goals.
Yeah,
Very good. Sorry, but go on.
scoring,
I didn't mean to.
letting the other teams score
Yep.
easy goals.
Hold on.
Yeah, but yeah, he's been. I think it was Sunday. He had a good. I don't know if it was Sunday or the Monday before. He had a good night. There was one night where I know Bombo wasn't really happy about how he played.
Yeah.
There was one game where I think it was against who was it? It was I don't know if it was Play Nation where because what's happened is a lot of these losses we're having we're conceding first, then conceding like 2 or 3 straight after, and then like the rest of the game will be in it. But like it's those first like 10 minutes where we just buckle. But he like there was a time I think in one of those games where he stepped too early, and it left a wide open gap for an easy square into the box. Just stuff like that. But it's just like what is it? His second comp, so he's trying to he's still trying to get used to everything. So
Still learning with the rats.
still learning. I think but like Bombo's still like wants him in the team and everything. So he's still doing pretty good. But
yeah, you can keep improving, eh?
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was I going to talk about next? Just surprises. We were talking about it before, but Genesis, they've been pretty good. Yeah, and I think you mentioned this before actually. About the Rats and the Firm game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Do you want to know what? Do you know what happened in that game, or have you just heard about that?
Not too sure myself. No, but I mean, maybe you can pull up the highlights too, so everyone can see the goals when you edit in this. But myself, I have not watched it back. No.
Yeah, I'll quickly pull up now because Bombo, I think he streamed it. If I'm not wrong.
All I know was 5-3.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened was we were winning 3-0.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh.
we were winning 3-0 in, I think it was 20 minutes.
Oh.
We proceed to concede 5 straight without reply.
Okay.
I mean, it was it was bad.
We know what we're doing.
Wow. All right. I did not. Yeah, I didn't know that. All I knew was 5-3. I thought, like, obviously they'd score first. It was a bit of a tight game, but 3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
How did it all start? Was that off of the? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Skill move that you did.
Yeah, I'll bring it up now. So how did we concede first? I think we went up 3-0 and they scored pretty quickly because what we do is we get to, this has been our kryptonite the whole season so far. We get an early lead and we over celebrate. We will mention it after the game. You have people like Spence just saying stupid stuff.
Yeah,
like he would make stupid comments and pretty much just over celebrating, and then it all turns to shit. And this is what happened in that game too. We went up 3-0 and within
3-0 in 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So what happened? He passed it back to me. I tried what was I doing? A step over. I did a step over. Yeah. There was there wasn't even really anyone near me too. I just buckled big time. That's not even COD's fault. But yeah, I think so. They scored in the 20th. Yeah. They scored in the 20th minute and then the 23rd. So they pulled too quick, and then it was pretty much an avalanche after that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was pretty suspect.
The Rats are here to dominate EGN for one last time. So
yeah,
I really hope they make the top 8. Like, I want it to be a Hounds versus Rats.
Oh,
yeah, Hounds versus Rats final.
The Hounds,
that would break
buckling.
EGN.
The Hounds are buckling at the moment, bro. Like, if you look at their squad, they've got Gillard, Jules, all these guys, and they're coming 13th or something.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect from the Hounds. Obviously, they'd signed all these big name players. Hectic too. Yeah, I just realised Hectic.
A-Rod. They've got A-Rod and Hectic.
Yeah, I think they unfortunately dropped A-Rod after 3 games. Yeah, 2-3 games. Poor A-Rod, but
poor A-Rod.
Yeah. All I know is about the Hounds. They got good players, but there's a lot of beef going on with Shamri and pretty much the rest of EGN. Not within the Hounds.
Yeah.
They just love to start the beef, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, no,
Might as well enjoy it while EGN's still here, I suppose.
I'd love a Rats versus Hounds matchup, but like if you just
Yeah.
look at all of the times we've played them, even back to when back last season when it was Caprodu and we'd come up against them, there's like at least 100 messages on the forum every
Yeah.
game. It's just so toxic, but I love it. That's what we're here for,
That's what we're
especially
here for,
last
mate.
season. You want that kind of stuff, that toxicity. Shamri going at Bombo.
And vice
That
versa.
feud.
Snipes giving whoever abuse, saying get off the game. That's what we want. We want
Yeah.
that little bit of beef. Not too much, but a little
Nah,
bit.
a
But yeah,
little
the
bit,
house
a
in
little
general,
spice.
not too bad, but it doesn't look like they're making the top eight unless they could pull
Nah.
something out of their ass. But what? They're about 8 points astray, 9 points
I mean,
astray.
it's not that bad. Like, it could be a lot worse considering
Couple
they've
wins
lost
in,
8 games. I mean,
maybe Stan steps up the line too much. They concede a couple times. You don't know. Anything can happen. We're only one
yeah,
third in, but Hounds as of right
it's
now,
very
it's
early.
it's not looking
It's not
good.
looking good, but yeah. I mean, even Colley's in front of him. Like, oh, that's.
The
oh.
ginger, I don't want to say it on, yeah, but the famous label that Mr. Carney gave him himself.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Hounds lineup, like you said. Jules, Gillard, Ulti, Hectic,
I mean, yeah,
Brumo,
you.
Basic, and then you have the future EGN owner, Abdul, aka Dynamite. We'll see what happens
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Just a
That's
little
interesting. Yeah.
inside. You never know. But yeah, the Hounds just can't pull it together. I don't know. It's very inconsistent. One win, one loss, one win, one loss. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the
It was.
Hounds.
I know they signed a lot of those players really late on, so maybe that might be an issue.
Big job.
Chemistry.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how their party is. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I know. Because I know.
Does he have the?
We're
Sorry,
going.
God.
Yeah, no, you go on. It's all good.
Oh, I was just gonna say you have the Fiasex that don't really talk too much.
Yeah.
The I just wonder if it's yelling or screaming or just dead quiet. I feel like it's one extreme or the other. There's no in between.
There's no in between. It's either like Shamri going off his head or just complete silence.
We love Shamri. I know Tyson does.
Oh, don't bring up Tyson in this podcast, please. I'd rather not
Yeah, he's
speak
definitely
about him. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. I thought we'd talk about Hollywood quickly, just because why not? They're, I mean,
Probably first, aren't they?
they're coming first. I don't know why I'm even talking about them. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I guess
Yeah, I didn't think they'd have this. Sorry, to interrupt, but I didn't think they'd have this much of an impact like this season. Obviously, there was rumors going around that they will fold if they didn't win the preseason cup. Whether that was to be true or not, I'm not too sure. But I mean, from that to 11 wins, one draw, and just their form being completely green.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected. I thought they'd drop a couple points at least, but they are clear premiers.
I know,
They're one draw coming against Olympus, but other than that, they're just
I
clearly
mean,
dominated the
the
table.
one game that I think it was a Generals game where it was looking a bit shaky there for a bit, and then they
Yeah.
just like the second half they just took over. I think it was 1-1 at one point, and then Hollywood just took over that game. I think that would have maybe put Generals clear top. I think when they played, but yeah, they took over.
I don't know what's going on with Mr. London, aka Mark. He's not getting on the goals though. He's not getting on the
I mean,
assists.
look, even
He's still
if you look at,
starstruck from beating Tex in London or whatever the heck
I
they
mean,
played with
if
him.
you
But
look at FADI too, 12 like FADI, great player. I love you, but you kind of from 12 games, 0 goals, 3 assists as a cam.
12 goals. Sorry, how many from 40?
12 games, 0 goals,
Okay.
3 assists.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, they've scored the most goals out of anyone. So
Yeah,
I reckon even though he's not contributing via the goals directly, he's obviously there for a reason. But no, I know what you mean. Clearly under delivering.
yeah.
Mr.
I mean, previously he'd won. What gold? Did he win gold? I don't think he did. He won. What was?
He's won everything.
I think he's won
he's won
everything,
from
but
the brick wall to the golden boots. Only thing is missing is a glove, but other than that,
Yeah,
Friday's
because
killed the side.
he's won Dishmaster when he was at Arsenal. He's got the silver boot from last Super Series. So I mean, you kind of expect more, like maybe a little bit more from him. But as you said before, he might be, contributing in other ways,
Yeah,
which affects
gotta
the
be
team
careful.
positively.
They might kick him, and he might join us. You never know.
Ooh.
Hmm. Ooh.
Inside information into that, Andy.
Yeah, I don't think so. Let's not judge.
Just, I'm looking at their results. 8-1 against West Norwood. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. That was a big one. Because I think, like I said, up until that stage, Norwood were doing alright, but that clearly just buried them. It was a bit of a reality check for West Norwood. 8-1. You would not expect that. I definitely didn't.
Rebel buckling. Rebel and AK buckling.
Rebel and AK buckling, yep.
Yep.
I do have to give credit to Goldie. I know, like he's been there, done that, but Goldie playing striker now, used to be centre back, obviously.
Yeah.
5 goals, 3 assists. We love Goldie.
Not bad.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Has Mr. I don't even know if I should. Plotting Arab, his PSN, nice has. 10 games played, obviously. Like I said, they started so well, and that was credit to him and the defense. But like you said, AK buckling?
Potentially. I mean,
Potentially? No, I'm joking.
nah, I love you, AK. Rebel. Love yous.
But yeah, on lineup, they've got a really good team. I mean, it's no. It wouldn't surprise me if they were to come like a 5th or 6th, but
I mean, they have
then
the players
again,
to do it, but
yeah, then again, it's just about that consistency, and they clearly have dropped off.
I mean, if you have a team, that's half based off that Wolves team from last Super Series, I mean, it's bound to buckle.
Yeah.
Bound to buckle. Rick will know that. Rick would know that.
Oh, the Wolves team, yeah, it didn't hit me until just now. That team, yeah, right.
Yeah.
We love the Wolves team, don't
we? Anyway.
I'm just looking at the goals against. 17 goals against. I mean, half of them pretty much came against Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they played 13
wow.
games,
Yeah.
which is
I didn't
funny,
even notice
but
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. That's wow. That's pretty much half. That's crazy, mate. The Hollywood effect. The Hollywood effect. Anyways, I think I might quickly go on to how the stats and matter looking, the badges, badge wise. So right now,
last AVPL.
Yeah,
Who's
last
coming
AVPL.
first?
So there's a bit of a the goals for the boots. It's looking pretty close right now. Separated first to 10th is separated by 3 goals. You got St. Flames, 2 Hill God, and Snips at
I mean,
number 1.
That's a top 3 if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, they're tied for 1. And we got Geordie Brio, Liberators, Veach, and Naylor and Cersei all on 9. So they're all tied second. And then
Bloody
Smoky Lemon and AK, and Shamri coming third. So pretty much first to 10th could all get a boot. If you stop the season now, every single one of them would get a boot. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's the first time being 13 games in something like that's happened. And not only that, the personnel on that top 10 is not what I expected. You'd expect a mark
all over the joint. I mean, usually you got, a bit of Hollywood, a bit of QO,
Yeah.
But it's just all over the joint. You got Hollywood, Oz Finest, Generals.
Mate, you got 2 rats in there. What
Rats.
the heck?
Yeah,
What's
I know.
going on? Have you guys been forging stats? Like,
we've
2
scored
rats
a
in
lot of
the
goals.
goals?
We're really.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're beating teams like Scary Men 8-1 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we're farming at that point. So
fair enough, though. Making the most of it.
Especially Bowie, he wants his stats. He wants his team of the week this week. He's been talking about the whole week. He's like, I'm not playing next week because I'm coming up against Hollywood. I just want my team of the week and relaxing for the weekend. So
he's not playing because he's coming up against Hollywood.
That's what he's saying. I mean, he might now want to come back in because I've said this.
Yeah.
But if that's what you were saying,
a bit of insight. Yeah, I mean, we love Snipes here, but it's just funny. He was mentioning that Vardy should get off the side, but he's played all the games, so
Yeah, and
Snipes, what's
he's
going
joint
on,
top,
mate?
so maybe he's the one who's not touching grass. If he's joint top,
Yeah, I reckon this stream has to be called what? Snipe Shit Talk or whatever, episode 1.
yeah, Snips v Fardy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Snips v
I
Fardy,
think
Snips
that's a
v
great
the whole side.
that's a great title for it. I think.
I don't know, huge
Bang on the
respect. I
money.
mean, same Flames to Hill, Lebritz. I mean,
Santo,
even Turk
love
from
you.
Olympus. Turk's done amazingly well for a player who's been playing majority of the games at left wing back. He's scored a shit ton of goals. Stepped up. Veach doing what Veach does. He said that he'll step up and buy the side. So,
Actually,
you know,
quickly before,
yeah,
just
go
quickly
on.
gotta
But
say, Veach v Bowie, that feud too with the whole what's it called? He's banned Sunset Avenue mid.
yeah, I forgot about that. Mid. Ratio kid. Just like, I love it. They're bringing Twitter to EGN. I'd love for you to bring up that post or that.
It was,
But
it was hilarious.
the shit talk of Sunset Avenue.
Yeah,
Look,
him and
I never
Brumby,
listened to Sunset
just
Avenue,
going
yeah.
on about them being mid, just classic.
Even Ulti joining in. Look, I've got fucking huge respect for Snipes for publishing his Spotify album or whatever it is to EGN. Like, respect. But, like, obviously, if you start being with people on the side, you know what you're going to
Yeah,
get.
you
You're
know
gonna
what
get
you're gonna
the
get.
beaches of the world calling you mid. And you know what? Fair play. We love the beef here.
Mate,
Mid.
that's what EGN's about. You got to embrace the beef,
Exactly. You know, I've been beefed too many times. You just laugh it off. You cry it in your sleep, and you're fine. It's all good.
I mean, it's like the brain dead tier, If you get
Ah,
caught
the
brain
brain
dead, that's actually like no one did. I was surprised no one did that. The whole tier ranking thing. I
The old
miss, I
Fletch
miss,
streams.
I miss the whole brain dead stuff. Fletch
The old Fletch streams, yeah. Brain dead.
calling
I
every
wish
second
I had
person
this
brain
stream.
dead. Yeah.
Oh, good memories. I love those
Oh,
streams.
Fletch. Talking about Fletch, but he's third on assists. Naylor's just running away with it, but 16 compared to second, who's Smoky Lemon again with 8. Another rat, also. Fletch.
Oh, yeah.
Fletch and Bombo are tied for third, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then it's Damo, Chombi. Big respect to Chombi, been there too.
Much love, Buddhas. Yeah.
Much love, Buraz. Botsy, fifth. Same Flames, fourth. Again, on another list. Fiasek and Viriora also all on 4. But Naylor's clearly running away with it at the moment. Not really much competition there. I mean, when you've scored... How many goals have they scored again? Like...
Ooh, 38 or something.
Yeah, I
Just
mean...
absolutely killing it.
You kind of expect that. When he's 38 goals... That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Stupid.
I'm just looking at it right now, but this, again, just some weird, not weird, but surprising names to it. You got the Damos. We love Damo. Coming 5th. He's still killing it with the Generals. It's nice to see Damo playing with the Generals again. Obviously, they've been up and down. But,
it's good to see the Generals going good after that whole debacle there with a week left, with half their team leaving. So they've bounced back pretty good with a couple good signings there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, like I said, Smoky Lemon. Bombo and Fletch tied. I love to see that. 3rd and 4th, the ultimate enemies going at it. Just, it's beautiful. It's nice to see the assists like that. I mean, it's good to see new people, new names coming up. Especially for the last AVPL, it's nice to see a whole bunch of new teams and old lads
faces.
too.
A lot of new
the
and
old Buddhas coming 6th. It's good to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then leading on to that, you've also got the goals and assists. Naylor again leading that. Chombiba, he's second, 1.7. Mate, Buraz, he's bringing out some performances,
He's bringing out the youth, the old youth of Chommy. He's no longer the old man Chommy. He's there to win. Finally, if he wins a badge, fair play to him. Obviously, 1.7.
I'll
like
be
you
so
said.
happy because
He's
he.
got a
I
lot of
don't.
time for Chummy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got one. Does he? Yeah, one single Lazarus United minor league title
Yes, the
season
old founder.
12, Div 2. Oh,
Much love to him, Buraz. Again, Smoky Lemon though, Bo, Fletch, Liam RB from QO. It's nice to see him up there.
nice. And Brio, Geordie Brio, and Two
Mhm.
Hill. God, he's someone I thought I'd seen the goals department. I'm guessing he's scored a few, but because
Yeah.
I'll quickly check his stats. He's got 11. Wait, shouldn't he be there? Oh wait, no, I'm blind. I am so blind. Oh, mate, it's getting on.
Hill?
I'm just blind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. Second place, 11 goals.
I missed him completely there.
Really disrespectful, Shaz.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Tuil.
Really
You're a legend.
disrespectful. If you get a message after this, you know.
Nah, he's a legend. You know.
Yeah, I know.
And what we got? Possessions 1 per game. So we got Brumo in first. No surprise there. Lonzo, Nico. So the top 3 really, as expected. Quick Simmer, Bingo, Skids, Alicio, Laterbra, Mogul, and Splash FIFA.
Later, brah. Love to see him
Later.
there. I mean, yeah, Stephen Brumo, there's no surprise. The big
None
dog
at
profile
all.
picture, the hounds. It's just fitting. Lonzo, love the guy, always jumps on the streams. Huge credit to him. Nico, one of the best DMs. I mean, Skids, nice to see him there. EGN New South Wales winner, good memories. Mughal, love him. Splash FIFA.
Splash
just
FIFA. He's
nice names there. I like that
Yeah,
little
no,
category
definitely.
of players. It's good.
I mean, yeah, there's no real kind of surprise there. But when you see players like Splash FIFA and even up here with people like Botsy even in the assists, it's like
Yeah.
it's good seeing those type of players on these lists so far. Goalkeeper clean sheets. We won't talk about first. Yeah. You're
There we
shit.
go. Yeah, I was shit against Hollywood, to be fair. 3 Nepo shots. Bloody oath.
Ooh, that's unlike you, Andy.
Yes, it is.
That-
According
that's
to Tyson, anyway.
Bro, that's something I would do. Concede 3 near post
Yeah.
goals.
When
As-
I do step overs and lose the ball,
Yep.
I'll message you and we'll consult each other. 'cause-
No worries. Just yeah, let me know when that happens.
Mate, don't
It's
worry.
gonna
I've
happen.
considered some.
No, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, back
only
in
a
my
matter of time.
day, sound like an old man, but I used to do some still do it to this day, but you know, the old own goals, flicking it into the back of the net or running past the goal, so running past the ball. Just, I think all goalies have done it. So
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
no stress that you ball rolled into the player, Shaz. I know Cod wasn't happy, but
Yeah,
it's still-
Cod was very angry, man. Nah, jokes.
Yeah.
Love you, Cod. Who we got? Second,
Nice to
Maburley.
see, yeah, nice to see Meb. I was going to
Yeah.
say Pappy too said he was
Pappy?
going to retire from goalkeeping.
Yeah,
but
that the
nice to
cap.
see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Bit of a
said that
cap.
like 6 months ago, and
Yeah,
he's still
fair
in there.
enough.
So yeah,
To be
but
fair, we're all saying that we're not going to buy FIFA, and we all.
I know
do,
we
so.
still do. I question it
Yeah.
on every party I join. Why do we play this
We're-
shit game? I mean, it is terrible.
Yeah. We're all clowns. We're all
Yep.
clowns.
Then Arshiv, no surprises really there when you have that holy. But I'd expect him to get a couple more cleanies. I mean, 5.
Yeah, it's just how it is with Hollywood. I don't remember the last time their keepers kept a
I mean,
came
if it,
first.
yeah, I
in the-
know.
And it's no disrespect to the keepers. It's just the way they play leaves them very vulnerable. But
I mean,
again,
Aiden
who am
Ansky.
I or anyone to judge?
Yeah,
They're
I
always
know.
coming first. They're
I
always
mean, I don't
winning.
think
So
Aiden Ansky never won one, didn't he? He never won a
Yeah,
goal.
exactly.
So
came close, obviously, but yeah, it's just the way they play. It's quite difficult, but still, he's only 1-2 away from second place, and anything can happen. Madman can. I'm talking
Fraud.
about myself
Yeah.
in third person here, but yeah, I'll definitely fraud. So yeah, first place is up for grabs.
I mean,
100%.
I've already had my fraud moment. Yours will come up
Yeah,
soon, mate.
mine's
Don't
to
worry.
come.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Then we have Elementals, backing up from his season 1 Super Series performance. I think he got bronze with myself, so he's
Yeah.
backing that up with
Second
5.
place winner is doing well.
Has, as we were talking about before, in 6th. Then myself with 4. We won't talk about that. Pretty disappointing.
Still up there, still doing alright.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I had, like, other than that game, I'm not even talking myself up, but we could have conceded a lot more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen the way the Reds play, and the amount of saves that you've pulled off, Shaz. Credit to you, mate. You're doing well.
Where is it? Actually, Efamon has now passed me, but I was first on saves.
Okay.
He's
yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Still second place.
Second place, not bad.
It's no easy accolade. But Shaz, it's funny timing anyway, but I have to hop off a bit earlier.
Yeah, no worries.
My apologies. Obviously, you wanted to get the defender clean sheets. I'm so glad I don't have to talk up Ecotzi. But
anyways,
nice to be on here. I've got to go pick up my mate from the train station before he gets kidnapped.
Well, I was about to wrap it up anyway, so thanks for jumping on anyway, bro.
Beautiful. No, thank you. Nice to be on.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hopefully, Snipes can jump on next time.
I know. Yeah, it's Snipes. Yep. Don't be a fraud, please.
That's it. Hashtag save EGN. Hashtag someone buy EGN, please.
Yep,
so
please.
Please.
I do not want a Madman made fucking Discord.
You don't want that.
Please, we don't need that. We don't want that.
First place for winner FIFA.
We don't want Madman to be owning pro clubs for the
Madman
future.
Doesn't want to do it himself. Yeah. Well, I know there are credible buyers out there.
I've heard.
Probably listening right now. So yeah. Fingers crossed.
Please go through. And can you please announce it?
Yeah. How hard is coding, huh? You just slash something like Discord, right?
Yeah.
Slash Reddit or something.
It can't be that hard, can't he? Just tell him. I mean,
but yeah. Nice to be on, Chaz. Good luck to EGN. Hopefully see you next week if you do this again. But nice,
definitely.
Good stream. See you soon,
thanks.
Bro.
See ya, mate. See ya. Anyways, just gonna quickly wrap this up quickly. We've got Deadpool in 8th. Big ups to him. After Hours OG right there. Mafia Fratelli and Vanilla Cakes in tied. What's that? I'm terrible at maths. 8th, I think. No. Who cares? Yeah, but again, Madman, big ups to him for joining the podcast anyway. And unfortunately, he's first. Fraud. Tyson, you're correct. He's just terrible at the video game. Anyways, defender clean sheets. We've got Ecot first. Again, as Andy said before, the bad cot, so he's first. Then we got Bambi second, Mogul third, and I think that's a tie between Mogul and all the Genesis guys. So big ups to Genesis again with Airborne, with his structure of how he's playing. They're obviously, the way they're playing is it's surprising everyone, but big ups to them. Lockie also in there too. Then we got Jack and Kotzi rounding out the defender clean sheets. And I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Actually, we'll quickly just wrap up with the last team of the week. So goalkeeper, we had Maburle, 6 clean sheets, 7 games played, 9 saves. We'll mention it before. Great to see him up there in the goalkeeper clean sheets. Airborne and Splash with 4 clean sheets respectively, and 31 for Airborne with 31 possessions, with 1 assist, 2 tackles, and 7 games. While Splash has 38 possessions, 1 assist, 10 tackles, 7 games played. Mogul, 6 clean sheets, 40 possessions, 9 tackles, and 1 goal. Big ups Mogul getting a goal there. And Princey, the legend, love you mate, up there getting another team of the week. 5 clean sheets, 38 possessions, 12 tackles, and 7 game plays. good stuff there from Shake and Bake 2. And then we got Lonzo and Nico in the DMs. 19 tackles, 127 passes, 59 possession ones, and 7 games played for Lonzo. Nico's got 6 tackles, 122 passes, 1 assist, 48 possessions, 1 and 7 games played. Mateo's got 5 goals, 8 tackles, 87 passes, 2 assists, 21 possessions, 1 and 7 games played. Veach, again, we'll mention him before with the whole Sunset Avenue mid. 7 goals, 7 tackles, 92 passes, 2 assists, 22 possessions, 1 and 7 games played. Naylor, 4 goals, 3 tackles, 91 passes, 7 assists, 10 possessions, 1 and 7 games played. I swear, it just feels like he's in the team a week, every week. How many he's got? He's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't even count. That's just a lot of purple pixels, let's just say that. And then Smoky Lemon, the Rats legend. He's been doing good for us. 6 goals, 3 assists, 3 possession, 1, 71 passes, and 6 games played. Big ups to Smoky. And also big ups to Madmann again, joining the podcast for today's first episode of the APC podcast. I'll be trying to do this weekly, hopefully. Hopefully Snips, again, comes back next week. An answer soon would be great, mate. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Any feedback and that, please give it to me, because, it'd be much appreciated a lot, because, it's just the first episode, so we will run into issues, obviously. So yeah, just again, thanks everyone for joining, and hopefully we'll see you